What's up, everybody? It's your boy Brandon Blakeney, aka Brandon Lee TV. Kick back, relax, and come take a ride with me. So the University of Pittsburgh officials announced that Dior Johnson, former five-star guard and expected to be the starting point guard on the basketball team for the Panthers this year, is no longer enrolled at the school. He has been kicked out of the university by officials, not in the athletic department, but school officials. This may be the end of his college career before it even gets started. Let's get into it.
You are now locked into the Live with Brandon Blakeney podcast. Here is your host, Brandon Blakeney.
So a couple years ago, Dior Johnson was one of the top high school prospects in the nation, one of the most exciting, electrifying guards coming out of high school in the last couple years, man. The kid's got a professional game. It's never been an issue with talent, but more so stability. He's been, to 8, 9, 10 different high schools. He also committed to 3 different colleges, going from Syracuse to Oregon, finally settling on Pitt. And then before, the incident that happened at Pitt, all we really heard was about the stability as well as this clip.
He has no offers. He's a bum. You stupid, nigga. I'm going to Howard, nigga. Howard. What's wrong with you?
He didn't have to go off on Howard like that, man. But up until this point, that was pretty much all you heard up until before he got to college. It wasn't really a whole lot of trouble, just him school hopping. Then the domestic assault thing happens with a female at his apartment. And just to go into a little bit of detail about that, it's not the main story, but we're going to just give a little bit of background to catch you up. So back in October, Johnson was arrested for his involvement in a domestic incident that took place at his apartment in Oakland on September 5th and 6th. Basically, a female told police that Johnson became angry after she got his phone wet. He held her against her will at an apartment, slapped her and punched her, and pushed her face into a bed, making it difficult for her to breathe. Following nearly a month-long investigation, Johnson was issued charges of aggravated assault, strangulation, unlawful restraint, simple assault, and false imprisonment on the evening of October 6th. He was arrested the next day, resulting in him being, at the time, indefinitely suspended from Pitt's basketball team. So that was the first strike. He did end up pleading out to a couple misdemeanors and got a year of probation. Then a month later, he rejoined the team. So word is, per source, that one, it had nothing to do with Coach Capel or the athletic department. It was the school board's officials, the school officials, that decided that it was too much backlash. They were fearing about the backlash of what could come with letting him back on the team. Now, mind you, he went through the summer with the squad, was redshirted last season, went through the season last season with the team, practiced. Then he took the trip to Spain with them, played in 2 exhibition games, and was presumed to be the starter on the basketball team this year, right? So all this happens. He's preparing for the season. He gets back from Spain. He's with the team still. He's on the university's campus. And then officials from the school decide, hey, we don't want him here no more. He's got to go because they're fearing of backlash of what happened last year. I get it. Domestic violence is nothing to play with. But my thing is, it's kind of crazy that to my knowledge right now, what we know is that no new issues have arisen. So just to kick him out after a year, like all this time has passed, like just get rid of him initially. That's my thought process. Get rid of him initially. Like don't let it linger where he's been on the team for a season and then he plays, represents the school overseas, and then he gets back and you're scared of some backlash after all this time has passed. It's a little bit weird. I don't know if there's maybe more to the story there, but it's a little weird that he would, after almost a year has passed since the arrest, almost, and they let all these months and months pass by. They let him play 2 exhibition games with the team, And then all of a sudden, he gets the boot. Now, I don't know. We don't know. It's still premature. We don't know if this is the end of his college career. Does Louisville give him a call? They still got open space. Do they give him a call? I don't know if they want that type of attention on their program right now. But they do need an influx of talent. And the problem with Dior has never been talent. The kid's a pro-level basketball player. I mean, he's skilled. He can score from anywhere. Walking bucket. He's a walking bucket. Good playmaker. Has shown the capability of being able to set up teammates and run the show. He was expected to run the show for Pitt this year, starting at the point guard position. Now they're going to have to lean on freshmen and transfers. And it just adds another ding to Coach Capel, who has spoken highly. That's why I think that, maybe he gets another chance, because all reports coming out of that camp out of Pitt was that Dior has matured. He's been coming along well. He's expected to start. Like, he's really grown from this incident. So it just sucks that, you see a second chance being taken away like that. But this adds to the list of high-prize recruits, highly touted recruits that Capel has gotten to commit, and then they haven't come through, man. I mean, the Jalen Hood-Schifino situation, he goes to Indiana, becomes a first-round draft pick. You got Judah Mintz, decommitted. John Hughley played one full season, then arrested for stealing a car. He transferred. William Jeffries, only 3 points per game in his entire career. So obviously they've had some trouble holding on to recruits and maximizing talent. But I will say they're coming off a great year last year where they surprised some folks, had a good tournament run, great tournament run, played hard, and they do really well in the transfer portal. So Pitt basketball is alive and well. But it stings to see, a kid's future being impacted by a past mistake that seemed like they were okay with for a time, since he was reinstated back on the team and played 2 exhibition games. So I don't know, it's a little weird. But it's just unfortunate for both parties. They lose their starting point guard, a kid that probably has a real legitimate chance of leading them in scoring as well as assists this year, and potentially uses that ACC stage to catapult into NBA stardom. Or, just get into the league. Regardless, it's a blessing just to get to the league. But it's tough, man. It's tough. It's a tough situation. The comments on social media are pretty brutal. And it seems like people are just kind of reaching at this point. It doesn't seem like anything new happened. It seemed like he turned a new leaf. He was doing well. The coaching staff was happy with his performance, his attitude, his growth as a young man. And now he won't get that chance to ever play a minute for Pitt in real regular season play, man. So, unfortunate. You wonder where he goes next. This would be a perfect time if there was a Last Chance U basketball, a new season. Like, Dior Johnson would be a perfect kid for that situation. Maybe Louisville reaches out. Maybe a mid-major. Maybe, lower schools. D2 maybe. I don't know. JUCO. I don't know. I don't know where he goes from here. It'll be something interesting to monitor, man. I mean, we're talking about a kid that's been in the public eye for a long time, playing with Bronny James. LeBron's been a fan of his game. He killed at Mayfair with Josh Christopher. They had Quavo and Ja Morant pulling up. Like, you know what I'm saying? This is a kid with a big following, a big brand, was signing endorsements and NIL deals before it even became a huge thing. Like, he was one of those first kids to do that. So you hate to see that he's not gonna get that opportunity, man. But I'm not signing off on what he did. He was wrong. But it seemed like he learned from it, and he was on the way to a new path. Like, if you're gonna kick him off the team, just do it initially. If you're gonna kick him out of the university, just get him out of there initially. Like, why wait all this time, man? It just doesn't make sense. So could have been some, noise coming from somewhere else, another source. I don't know. I don't want to assume with y'all. But that's the latest, man. So it looks like Pitt's going to be depending on a very young backcourt to get it done this year, man. Unfortunate for Dior Johnson. You just wonder if he gets another chance, or if he ends up, going overseas or to the NBL or to the G League Ignite, explore some options like that, man, because the kid is the goods. He's a walking bucket, and you just hate to see that level of talent get thrown away, man. So let me know what y'all think in the comments and how y'all feel about the situation, man. Holler at your boy. And for all the latest and the greatest, make sure you hit that subscribe button, baby. That's a wrap for us. For all the latest and the greatest, make sure again to hit that subscribe button and join our memberships, man. We got that exclusive content coming daily, weekly, whenever you need it. Till next time, hey, we out.